Hey everyone, Matt Saletti with Dubspot back again, and you're not tripping, you are hearing Barney in the background. So we're going to actually use the popular children's theme, everyone's favorite purple dinosaur, to do some really cool sound design using convolution reverb techniques. So check this one out. I'm sure you're going to learn something here. Alright, so let's get down to it. I'll show you some things that we actually teach here in the Maschine course at Dubspot. You'll learn all sorts of good stuff. So I've got a little idea for a song going. And I'm using these new drums. These drums are from our friends over at Uppercussion. Really, really great stuff. They sell some Maschine kits for a wonderful price. It's ridiculous. So jump over to their website, uppercussion.com, and check some out. And the other leads you hear, these are coming from the new Native Instruments Platinum Bounce expansion pack. Alright, so what I have here, I just want to start, I'm going to mute out the bass, and I just want to kind of resample these drum kits together as one cohesive drum sample that I'm going to then affect with a convolution reverb. So the easiest way to do this inside of Maschine is you can simply just pick a new group. I've called this one Resample, and we're going to come in and record internally, and I'm going to record the master. So all I have playing are the drums, and what we're going to do is sync it up for 4 bars actually here. So what the sync does is it's going to allow you just to basically get a perfectly punched in and punched out loop. So I can hit start, it will wait until we actually start playing. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and we're just going to sequence this in and drag it all the way out. And then let's mute our drums now. So here we go. I've got my starting point ready to go. Let's come in and let's actually open up Guitar Rig now. So let's talk about Reflektor. Reflektor comes in Complete 8 Ultimate, and it is a convolution reverb. So if you're not familiar with what convolution reverb is, it basically uses mathematical algorithms to reproduce real, and not always real, but mostly real spaces. So like maybe you want to use convolution reverb to reproduce a big famous church cathedral or the inside of a shower or whatever you like. So there's different ways to actually create impulse responses, which are what give you the realistic sound. And so once you have that, you can actually come in and you can do things like, there we're running our drums through like a vocal studio. Here's a big hall, you know, all sorts of good cathedral. And you can do all sorts of good things, even like plates. And if you want to get nuts, you get into the weirder stuff, which is what I'm all about. So whatever this thing is, this looks like where Darth Vader threw the Emperor down in Star Wars. So immediately it has my attention. So let's take a look. Now you have a decay knob, which is basically going to shorten the length of your impulse response of your convolution reverb. And so let's just look at a couple of the different ones here. So right away you can see interesting results. What I'm going to do is actually take the dry signal all the way down. So dry signal is going to be your drums, and we're just going to leave it with the wet processed signal. So here's what it sounds like. And you can get dramatically different results by changing the size. So imagine using this, and again, the source material is going to totally be different. So if I want to use drums like I'm using now, or a guitar, or a vocal effect, or vocal sound, whatever you want, it's really going to just, you got to get in there and start playing with it to see what's going to happen. So maybe I wanted to create like an intro for this song, and so I can, you know, just use some convolution reverb to just make wacky, weird sounds. You know, that might be a nice break, and then actually in the next scene, jump into the real drums, that kind of thing. So let's take a look what else we can do. You know, you can use a sync to actually set a time value to the decay, a note value. And this is great for doing like big pumping kind of reverbs. That sounds fantastic already. So, say you want to resample that. What we can do is here, let's close down Guitar Rig, and let's just come to a blank group now. So, blank sound. Anytime I have a blank sound, I can simply come in. We're going to select group G, which is resampling, and I'm going to use the detect mode and just hit start. So it's just going to wait until I give it a signal. That's all I wanted. And let's come back out. Let's bypass Guitar Rig real quick, and now listen to the new sample. So again, save this now as a new sample. Call this wacky drum loop, whatever you want to call it. It's all good. Now another thing we can do, let's go in and let's go back to our original. You can actually add your own impulse response file folder. So I went to my desktop, for instance, and I just so happen to have that wonderful Barney track loaded up that you heard earlier. So let's see what it can do with that. Doesn't sound good there. You also have this start position, so check this out. That sounds kind of interesting. Now you also have low envelope and high envelope. These are basically like reverb damping tools. They're not necessarily EQs, but they pretty much are. You can even reverse. I kind of like that. Let's see what happens. Let's leave that up here. Let's give it a little longer. That sounds like it could be kind of weird and scary, so maybe I'll use this as like a pad or something. So let's go in, just select a new sound again. We can hit start, and here we go. So the important thing with some sound design stuff is when you have the sound in here now. So let's turn off our Guitar Rig again so it's not running through double. So we have a cool idea. What you want to do is just kind of resample it and then start messing around with it. So we can go in and even tune things. Maybe reverse. Change the start time. Who knows? Let's come into the edit. This thing needs to be normalized, so we'll come to audio, normalize it. And I'm also just going to come in and actually loop this. So let's see what happens when we actually catch a loop of it. And who knows, we'll just kind of grab it like this randomly. So this would basically start a whole new idea, spark a whole new idea. I could just save this again as one sound inside of Maschine. Just right click, save it, and then pull this up, and maybe I'd start a new horror movie patch or something from this. But again, the whole idea being that open up some convolution reverb, throw in whatever kind of waveform you want, use different source material, and you'll get all sorts of wacky results that you can then repurpose for other uses. Pretty cool stuff.
Welcome to Dubspot. We believe in providing you hands-on experience right away. Whether you're completely new to music and want to turn the sounds in your head into a musical reality, or you're an experienced artist looking to refine your skills and add new tools to your arsenal, we're ready to meet you at your level. For students of all ages, all levels, and all styles of music, Dubspot is here to help you achieve your goals. With course offerings both online wherever you are and at our school in the heart of New York City, we are ready to guide you through the next phase of your musical transformation. Whether you want to produce music, DJ, or do both, you've come to the right place. Come explore Dubspot for yourself. become a part of our community, and make music.